Thanks for taking a look at this, everyone. Just wanted to give a quick little overview of this next phase, I guess, or next stage that I'm going to be doing some work here on the 2003 Ford Powerstroke. So I've had an issue that I have not been able to resolve. About 6 months ago, started hearing almost sounded like a bent push rod, slightly bent push rod intake side, where through the intake it sounded like through the intake, starting to hear just kind of like a thud. And I'll go out and start the truck and see if you guys can pick it up first. Let's see if we can do that. So this is the truck right here. It's two-wheel drive, unfortunately. Let's see if we can hear this. So with that noise, first thing I went after was the injectors. They were original, 230 something on them, so replaced them. Didn't work, didn't change it. I did upgrade them to stage 1s, which I like. Next came ICP sensor, IPR valve. I went as far as doing the cam sensor also, and I did some other sensor. I can't remember which one I did, but no luck with that. Pulled all the push rods out and the rockers, examined them, and found 2 bent push rods, pretty bent too. Strangely enough, when I put them back in, it didn't run any better. If it did, it was very slight. I thought maybe it's my injector cups, because I didn't replace them when I did my injectors last time, which I should have done that, and I wish I would have. I had swapped the gaskets out, the undervalve cover harnesses and gasket, for Dormans, which like a week ago I went down to Ford and bought some good quality ones. It's like $500 or something like that. It was pretty expensive, but you know, those things last. All the Dorman ones, they are garbage. Don't put those things on your truck. Spend the money and get the good ones. Easier said than done. These are Ford Motorcraft injector nozzle or injector cups, and on my other 7.3 I put some JM Speed ones or something like that, some knockoff ones. And the cups themselves seemed okay. They did, but they also have like no miles on them, because the seals that came with the cups, the O-rings on the injectors, those things, every one of them blew out in like 30 miles. So they were junk. So getting back to the valve train here, I'm doing a lot of the valve train right now, or I'm doing a good chunk of it anyway. I'm doing these comp cams, 910 springs. The part number for those, it's the Comcam 910-16. And what that comes with is just 16 of these valve springs. What you see down here, these are the keepers, I think, the locks. This is a valve spring removal tool. And these are the various shims for the comp cams springs, and they are 15 thousandths, 30 thousandths, and 60 thousandths. And last on the list for the valve train is these Smith Brothers stage 2 push rods, and these things are way heavier than the factory, which you know, that was not my first time bending factory push rods either. I've done it on both trucks. Now, what I would like some input from the viewers is my fuel system. Right now it's just stock. Fuel bowl still there. I would like to get rid of the fuel bowl. I did purchase this AirDog setup, but as far as after the pump and after the filter, getting the fuel into those ports on the heads, I really like the I think it's CNC fab that has like a little fuel block that goes in the middle of the engine, and it's got 4 lines coming off of it, and those go to each corner. I like that. It's like balanced looking. It's a very good looking kit, but I mean, this is a $900 pump, I believe. It was like $857 or something like that. This is an expensive ass pump. I don't see $900 here. Sorry, Air Dog, but like I see like $150 here. You know, this thing should not be 900 bucks. This thing should be closer to 400 or 500 in my opinion. I get, you know, the pump's probably $200 pump, but I just don't see that much. I think this is a ripoff. But, and you know, like this wire harness that they give you with this, you know, I just feel like for the premium price that they're charging on this, everything should be really high quality. And you know, the pump and the filters seem nice, the bracket's really nice, but the electrical side of things, actually this is even really nice too. This is a nice relay setup right here. But what I didn't like is, you know, this whole thing, there's one piece of tape on it, it looks like. You know, usually you're gonna have tape set up on each end. Oh, they got one here, but, sorry, they got one here, but they don't have one here. And so you could just take this and you could grab this and peel it all the way off. You know, look at that, that's cheap. I just think I overpaid for that. Fast wants a lot of money for their stuff too. But does someone have a recommendation for what I should be doing with the fuel once it leaves this pump / filter? You know, I think for that CNC 4-line kit, it's between $400 and $600, and it's hard to even find. I clicked on a link for it for $357, and it takes me right to a spot where you're paying like $857 or $657. It's just very, very expensive. Another thing I've got going on here with the truck is I bought, you know, a decent amount of this stuff, the kill mat. I've heard good stuff about kill mat, so I got, let's show it to you. Here we go. I think this is two different orders together right here. I think a 25 square feet and a 36 square feet. And one of them is a certain thickness and one of them is the next level in thickness. Oh, got this for my Hydra also. I really do like this. I thought this was plastic at first, but I think this is actually aluminum. This is nice though. This makes the Hydra tuner or display look a lot nicer in the truck. I've never done valve springs before. I've watched that guy Brandon from the 7.3 Garage on his video, and he has that rotunda tool on there, but I don't think he shows where you know, his viewers can get that thing from. I think there's a lot of people out there with the 7.3 that have got valve problems. I think that it's much more common than people realize. And I think there's a lot of people spinning in circles trying to figure out their problem and solve it, but end up just, you know, firing off the parts cannon. And I feel like once these things go into my truck, because I've got good compression, everything else is, I believe everything else is good. Maybe I will order a new set of rockers. Besides that, I mean, I want to hear this thing idling smooth. I just put the the adrenaline high pressure oil pump in. So, and that thing actually, like, it's true with that high pressure oil pump. It does fire the truck up a little bit faster, and the truck is a little bit more responsive, a little bit more than a little bit more responsive, kind of at any RPM, but I feel it more responsive at like 40 miles an hour, I guess, or when I'm on the freeway also. I did watch the difference in oil pressure under wide open throttle, and I know it varies very much with like tuning, what you would expect to see, but I did not see mine go up very much as far as peak. It's still peaking at like 2650, maybe 27. It's probably tuning keeping it there, but what I did notice is it does jump up to that number way faster. My other pump, I would have to be, you know, high RPM for a couple seconds before it could get up to 2,500, 2,600. Please, if you have any suggestions on this, post it for me in the comments. I'm very willing to read any suggestions that anybody has for me on this, and what their experience is with it. And I'm curious what your guys' thoughts are with this valve train improvement here. I haven't talked to anybody who's ran these 910 springs. Brandon doesn't talk on 7.3 Garage, doesn't talk too much about, at least on the video I saw, I don't see him talking much about these springs and how much he likes them. He's just talking about how he's swapping them out for the next level up Beehive springs. But what I'd like to hear is that these are very good springs, and all of a sudden when people put them in, that their truck's idling quieter and smoother and it's got more power. Hope you guys have a great day, and hope you guys have a good weekend also.